If you can make it out behind me, it's just a shell of a building. There's no walls. Check this out. This is a mint fried Oreo on a stick. Right now, the Sky Drone 57 is giving you a look. As you can see, the scene's still pretty active. We have police tape here. Police have been combing the area. Buttigieg's polling numbers staying in the same ballpark area can be seen as both a good and a bad thing. I put you and Tom into the Face app, and this is what it does to your selfies. Do we know what could have caused this incident right now, or are we still investigating? Now, the laws for where you can smoke in both Michigan and Illinois, they're working on hot spots, as you can see behind me. 2 shots fired. They're still investigating what could have caused this. And I actually turned off the heat in my house for 30 minutes. Anyone who's coming to this festival will be in this pit inside the Speedway. Here in Miami, though, it's a little bit of a different story. Some of those big talking points from last night seem to be immigration and healthcare. I'm going to turn the camera here to show you. It still looks the same way that it did when it came out of the package. And teachers, too. Yes, it's not just parents, teachers as well. You can see people behind me are actually flying through this intersection. Emotions ran high tonight at a protest for justice in South Bend. Both Mayor Pete Buttigieg and Police Chief Scott Ruskowski were present to hear complaints from the community about the police force.
My brother dead. We want answers.
And the family of Eric Logan, who was fatally shot by a South Bend police officer, also voiced their concerns.
Eric Logan's mother would like to hear what the mayor has to say. Can we please let him finish?
I know a lot of officers is cool, real cool. Work with a whole bunch of them. But you got a whole bunch on this force, shouldn't even be on the force, and y'all know they shit. What do we want? Justice!
Promises were made by the mayor. He has agreed to a demand from the protesters that the Department of Justice investigate the South Bend Police Department.
We need somebody to write a clean petition, specifically and directly for the DOJ to investigate, and he will be the first signature. Is this your promise?
Yes.
And after addressing the public, Mayor Pete walked alongside the community.
His presence alone, with everything he has going on, it shows a lot.
Yes, he's a decent politician. It was good that he showed up. It was courageous. But I think people have to be very skeptical.
I think that there's going to be purpose in the march, purpose for the mayor and the chief showing up. I do believe that, yes, there will be answers in us coming together. Absolutely.
Now to an ABC 57 News special investigation. Chances are there was a blind spot directly in front of your vehicle, and it's putting children at risk when you're behind the wheel.
And they're called front-over crashes, and for the past 9 years, an average of 58 kids have been killed by them each year. Now lawmakers are pushing for change and putting the problem front and center.
ABC 57's Tiffany Salameh put the blind spots to the test for us. She joins us live in studio tonight. Tiffany?
The most shocking thing about all of this is that drivers have no idea that this blind spot even exists. Working with one Michiana mom, we uncovered that the blind spot in front of her GMC Acadia was bigger than the length of a Mini Cooper, and it's something every parent needs to see.
Still play with your toys, okay?
An SUV is the right of choice for Carrie Yates, a mom of 5 in Rochester.
All right, watch Bubby, okay?
She feels safe driving her children in it. But what she didn't know
It is scary.
is that her car comes with a secret hazard, one we put to the test. So we have your 2 kids sitting in front of the car. Can you see them right now?
I can't see them at all. Not even if I look out the window.
A blind spot directly in front of her car. Can you see him now?
No.
All right, back up, sit down for me. How about now?
Still no.
Mommy, can you see him?
Now I can see him.
Now she can see him. She couldn't see her child playing with some toys in the driveway. The total distance of that blind spot? How far away is it?
13.5 feet.
Most people truly believe that they can see what's directly in front of their bumper, and unfortunately, that's just not true.
Amber Rowlands is part of the organization Kids in Cars. They work to document tragic accidents involving children. She says there's been a spike in what's known as frontovers.
It's usually a 1 to 2-year-old child. It's inside the home, being supervised by somebody, and that person turns their back for 2 seconds while another person is either arriving at the home or leaving the home. And by the time the person inside realizes that they're not there and they've actually gone outside the house, it's too late.
Since 2008, the number of children who've died in front-over crashes has nearly doubled to 575 deaths from 2009 to 2018. Here are some of those faces, including a 7-year-old Mishawaka boy who died in a front-over crash last year.
That is scary. I've never thought about them being in front of my car. I've always thought about them being behind my car, but never really in front.
The reason for that increase? Roland says that can be attributed to the increase in popularity for bigger trucks and SUVs like this one.
Every single car has a blind spot in front, so it's a real danger. Kids killed and kids injured.
Illinois Congresswoman Jan Schakowsky thinks cameras and sensor technology can help keep kids safe. She's the chair of the Consumer Protection Subcommittee, and she's pushing for legislation that would require all new vehicles to have front-facing cameras and warning systems. I traveled to Chicago to sit down with her.
You know, there's so many things that we can't do to save lives. We haven't figured out all the diseases that affect our families, our children, but these are things that could avert a death.
Her back camera bill was signed into law in 2008. Now she's hoping she can get others to get on board with this one.
These are everyday kinds of accidents, but these kinds of tragedies last a lifetime. And so using the technologies that we have, why not? Why not save a life?
While there is no bill requiring front-facing cameras yet, Congresswoman Schakowsky has plans to meet with the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration Thursday to get the ball rolling. In the meantime, it's important to educate loved ones on the hidden dangers of driving larger vehicles, especially if they're around little ones. I'm live in studio, Tiffany Salameh, ABC 57 News.